Now guys, I know I'm not the only one that thinks you need to put very good glass in front of your high quality lens. So what I'm talking about is variable ND filters and even the diffusion, the PROMIST filters. So I have always thought that, the more money you pay, the higher quality the glass is going to be, just the construction and also just the way the variable ND renders the image. So then I went out and I got this variable ND right here. Now this is the B+W variable ND, made in Germany, high quality glass, and it renders images beautifully. And I've been using this for video, photography, everything. The other day, actually I would say about 2 weeks ago, I came across this post from this guy on Threads, and I gotta be honest with you guys, I've been using Threads a lot lately, and it's just interesting because there's a lot of cool people that are on Threads. So I am on there, and it's let me know if you guys are using Threads, because I never used to, and then I just started, and I think it's cool. So then I saw this post. This guy made a post about this variable ND filter from Neewer, and normally Neewer is not a high, one of those high-end brands, right? So their prices are very, reasonable. They make very good batteries. They make, lights. They make a lot of different, equipment for camera gear. He was talking about this particular variable ND filter that really caught my eye. So this is the 1 through 5 stops, and then 6 to 9 stops variable ND, and I'll explain that 6 to 9 in just a second. But this variable ND, he had this example that he was showing how color accurate this thing is, and it really impressed me. So I thought, you know what, let me check and see how much these things cost. The price was super reasonable. It was I don't know, between $40 and $50 for this variable ND, and the fact that it has such a great range is just really awesome, and that was the biggest appeal for me. On top of that, I thought, you know what, because I'm going to be doing a lot of photography on this trip, let me get this diffusion filter for my 23mm f1.4, and this is from K&F Concepts. Now these guys are on Amazon, and they're not expensive by any means. They're way cheaper than Tiffin, Nisi, and these other guys that I am very accustomed to using. The Nisi variable ND filter, I was using that on this lens right here. Now this is one of my favorite travel lenses. This is a 23mm f1.4. This is the OG, but man, let me tell you, this lens is absolutely incredible. So I went ahead and I paired up this variable ND with that lens specifically for a trip that I just did in Rio de Janeiro. And Rio is such a sunny place. I had to get the 1 through 5 and the 6 to 9 really shined in this particular scenario. So I actually have it hooked up right now to the 56mm f1.4. This thing is also incredible, and it's because it's so little, and that 23mm is so little. I just brought just those two lenses with my X-T4, and man, I was super happy. It wasn't a heavy setup, and it just kind of taught me a lot to not bring a whole lot of gear when I'm on vacation, and just really focus on the vacation and not be bogged down by all this heavy gear. So that was kind of my game plan, and thank God that that's what I did. So one of the cool things, let me show you this right here. So this is the cool thing about this lens, right? Watch this. You see that? So right now, this variable ND is a 1 through 5. Okay, very cool, and it adjusts very nice. Okay, but it attaches magnetically a 6 to 9 stop filter, which is absolutely incredible. I love this. I wish every brand did that. I mean, I don't know who else does it. I'm sure the other brands do it now too, and whatever, somebody else started it. But man, Neewer brought this technology, okay, this idea, into a very affordable variable ND package. Now, you can see these images that are flashing right now. You can see how wonderful the colors look. This variable ND renders images beautifully, and you can be wide open if you want to be. In the bright, sunny Rio de Janeiro, you can be wide open at f1.4 if you choose to do that. You can do that. And I gotta tell you, I was in a couple of different scenarios where the sun was setting and I didn't need the 5 to 9. So I just took it off. I took it off and I put it in my bag, and now I just had my 1 to 5. And that was perfect for that particular scenario. So I really don't recommend a whole lot of products, and I'm not blown away by a lot of these products that are like, you know, priced cheap and whatever. But I gotta give it to Neewer. They really came out with a banger, and this product I highly recommend it, because, you know, I purchased this with my own money. Neewer didn't reach out to me. I have a little small channel, so these guys are not going to reach out to me. Okay, I bought this, and I gotta say that the K&F Concept diffusion filter is absolutely incredible as well. I love it, especially for night shots, and you're looking at, you know, street lamps or whatever, and like car headlights. It just, you see this like bloom effect, and it looks so good. And just overall, with the recipe that I created for my Fujifilm X-T4, the whole combination just works so well together to create these just really rich, vibrant, just feel good images. Now, that for me, I'm not a photographer by any means. I'm a videographer first, but for me, pictures are supposed to kind of give you this like certain feeling, almost like transport you into the time and the feeling and the heat of Rio de Janeiro, and just kind of like be almost like a dream. So that's really what I wanted to accomplish, and I feel like the Neewer and the K&F Concept combination, along with the recipe, man, it really just put it all together for me, I think. So that is it for me today, guys. I really hope that I helped you in any way. I hope that you learned something with this Neewer variable ND filter. And if you want to pick it up, I have a link now. I'm going to start a little Amazon store. So all the stuff that I really, truly like and I buy myself, I'm going to have links to all of those things that I talk about. So I get a little bit of a kickback. That's cool. It's going to help my little channel out. So yeah, that is it for me today. And if you have any questions, leave those in the comment section below. And if you have not subscribed, please subscribe, because it helps me a lot. And it makes me feel great, because the more people follow, it just gives me a bigger motivation to just make more videos. So that is it for me. Thank you again, and I will see you